welcome to the oh wait, hold up.
Let's keep that in there. The Thrill Seeking Teachers Podcast. I'm Will.
Dave.
To your top left corner, you have
Danny.
Danny from Coaster Adventures.
Yeah. We have
Nikki from Theme Park Hipster.
Oh, the
Yay.
Hipster. Thank you so much.
And we're so excited to have both of you on the podcast. Nikki, we already knew you. Danny, I knew you from your channel. I've been watching your channel for I don't know how long. Your analytical mind, and I'm excited to hear some of the things you have to say about the news because you like digging into this.
Yes, he's a historian. He's what
our channel,
but
not in general.
Yes.
And Nikki, I love your mind on everything.
Look,
else.
you're with me. Yeah.
So let's go straight into theme park news.
Theme park news.
Here's the music.
We have music.
So I want to backtrack a little bit. This is a rumor that B&M has ended its relationship, its decades-long relationship with Claremont Steel fabricators in the U.S. and Ohio. And the rumors were stemmed from their website going down and many people believing that others that are in the know have said that B&M has ceased their operations with Claremont and they're going to be moving the operations and the fabrication of their steel back to Europe and Hungary. Don't know how factual this is. People are thinking it's true because Claremont Steel's site is down. It's still down. So have y'all heard about that?
Absolutely not.
No, but I don't know. I feel I'm smiling a little bit.
Maybe it might make their stuff less rattly.
Yes, that's why I'm just a little. I hope it's true.
Well, I've heard the rumors that they do it. They Six Flags, they're having this rattle with B&M because
everybody.
Everybody, but I mean, it's because they're using a cheaper version of it because in Thunderbird it's smooth.
But it's over 10 years old.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Back in when they were first doing it, they weren't using the cheap stuff. It was the real stuff, and it, now they were using the cheaper stuff. You have Raptera. I don't really
I mean, if you consider $30 million cheap.
I don't mind the rattle. It's I didn't really care that much. I'm not that person, but the analytical mind of people, they're like, oh, it's a rattle. Oh, I hate it. It's okay. It launches. I don't know. I thought a rattle isn't that big of a deal. But I mean, to each his own.
Hey guys.
Oh yeah, we're on live.
We're on our
we're all live.
On live too, so yeah.
We promote everywhere.
Yeah.
But I don't know
what do you all think?
What do you think?
I think it's going to be interesting since there are rumors that Energylandia is potentially going to add a B&M for their 20th coaster, and it'll be interesting to see how that one rides because it's rumored to either be a wing coaster or a dive coaster.
Another dive, yay!
And or another wing. I know that
I like those.
I know that Energylandia could use another capacity coaster, and if this is true, people would ride it and say, "Okay, we've got the old B&M. They're back." It'll be really interesting to see what the company is able to do if they're able to transfer back their manufacturing to a more reliable amount.
Yeah. What about a hyper? Why don't they like hypers, and why don't people like doing the B&M
The
hypers?
incredible cost and the real estate required.
Yeah.
I miss the hypers. I really do, because they're so much fun, and I don't understand.
Incredible cost and real estate.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah, there are very few parks that have the room for a hyper, and the parks that already wanted a hyper already have one. There are some notable exceptions. King's Dominion is one of them, where they have both the land, and if
Mm-hmm.
wants to put a little bit more effort in bringing that park up to where it could be, then that's exactly the park that could get a hyper. I don't think
Yeah.
the B&M though. But that could
Yeah.
change depending on how things go.
Mm.
Right.
It will go.
I love the more modern hypers from B&M. Candemonium and Mako are two of the very best coasters
Mhm.
in the country. So I'm really
They're really nice.
see the
Yeah.
next one that comes out.
I love it.
The only drawback for that I think is the incredible cost. Steel is already high. And then the cost of shipping
Tariff.
from Europe. And enthusiasts always make comments about, well, they have this in Europe, they have this in Europe. Well, Vacoma's in Europe,
Mm.
Intamin's in Europe, Mock is in Europe, Balajan Mabillard is in Europe. We have, it's easier to get some of those cutting edge attractions there. That's why we went for bigger stuff in the US. But we'll see how it goes if all of the major players are in Europe and what type of attractions the parks
Oh,
will be
and you
getting in
also
the
have to think
future. So I
about
don't know.
the economy and the tariffs and all of the stuff that's going
Yeah.
on right now.
Yeah.
Everything is, the with the closing of the strait, gas, everything is a lot higher. So, is it feasible for the hypers right now? I probably don't think it is, but
Hmm.
I really miss hypers though. I really do miss a
Yeah.
nice, good
Just go ride
hyper.
one.
No, but I mean a new one, like a new one. You know what I'm saying? A new
Yeah.
one would be
Uh-huh.
so nice. I'm just saying. All right, next
Mm.
story.
So for Bolton, just got a upgrade. I'm at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. It opened on May 30th. Verbolten Forbidden Turn. Um, I'm gonna throw some shade. I initially thought they were just going to fix the stuff that didn't work. Um, and apparently they did a lot more than that. The show building got redone.
Hmm.
They have some working animatronics, not only in the show building, but
No,
in the
the
queue
working
with
animal.
Frau, what's her name?
I don't know,
What's her
but
name?
Frau Hexel, I believe.
Frau Hexel.
yeah.
Frau Hexel. Um, I've heard people say the drop is a little bit more intense.
Okay.
So, but the issue was that on opening day, the attraction did not open with the park. The lines were backed up over the bridge, which from but
Wow.
that's crazy to me.
Hmm.
Over to the bridge, people waited over 3 hours to actually get into the ride, and but on the positive side, the new theming is it's legitimate reinvention. So I'm looking forward to riding it, but
I
everyone
like
is
the
saying it
ride.
was a
Mm-hmm.
debacle. What have you all heard about it? What do you all think?
Well, I'm happy that they did that to the ride. That was one of my favorite attractions when I went there.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And, I'm from Florida. So I love all the elements
Yeah.
together. And
Hmm.
when I did the VIP tour there, they allowed us to go in there with the lights on. So, like, that's probably why it has like a special place in my heart. But I'm
Hmm.
excited to come check it out. I don't
Yeah.
know
Yes.
why some people were having kind of like, the coaster snobs had issues with it. Like, oh, it's just okay. But I love that ride. I
I
have a
love it
lot of
too.
fun. Yes.
I like the ride.
Yeah, I think it's a great ride. This is a ride that I've been on for as long as I can remember, and I am a sucker for a good drop track, and those launches are punchy.
They are.
It's a
Yeah.
great ride. I'm definitely excited to check it out, and hopefully within the next few weeks,
Hmm.
check it out and see how it rides because it's one of my favorite coasters at the park.
I agree. I think we should all wait a month at least
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
filled with all the
to
big.
iron out the kinks, the lines,
Yeah.
the hype
Hmm.
until the hype dies down. I
But
mean,
I'm
'cause
okay with a hype. Now, I love opening day chaos. I love
I
being
do
in the
too.
energy, especially if it's Harry Potter related. I will wait
Okay, well,
Yeah.
the Harry
forever.
Potter related, I will rate for if it's Harry Potter related, I will do it. But everything else, I don't know.
My concern with this is why we don't get invited because I'm about what I'm about to say. My concern with BG Dub is when they get things that are highly themed or sophisticated and it starts showing wear and tear, they just kind of let it go.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's my biggest concern with them is how are all of these new effects in this attraction going to be in the long run? I mean, look at Escape from Pompeii. It's consistently inconsistent. And some of their other themed attractions. That's my big concern with BGW doing and I was in, when they were hyping up Pantheon for it to be this hugely themed attraction, and then they just put a roller coaster. I wasn't really upset because
I love that
then the
coaster.
additional theming would have probably made it more problematic than it. Well, it's not
Yeah.
that problematic of a ride, I don't think.
Yeah, I like the ride.
But my concern is how the park and their parent company is going to treat it in the long run.
Yeah.
So
All right, next story.
next story, we're moving down,
We're
guys. We've
moving.
never.
Look, we go on a Nikki
Never.
knows we sometimes go on a tangent.
Never moved this fast.
We try to go.
One of my favorite Six Flags parks, Fiesta, Texas, announced Werewolf Gorge on May 30th, which was last week.
Yeah.
Let me refer to the media kit that they sent us.
And we put a little promotional thing on our channel with Will do.
Someone already made a comment saying AI slop. Look, dude, I put on there what Six Flags sent us in the email.
What he's saying was it was AI.
Moving on. Set to become the world's longest family launch coaster and the longest roller coaster in the history of the park, Werewolf Gorge stretches an impressive 4,120 feet and delivers an exhilarating 2-minute, 36-second adventure featuring 4 launches, speeds of up to 45 miles per hour, and the highest number of floater airtime elements ever incorporated into a family roller coaster by Vekoma. The coaster brings together a unique blend of launches and airtime to create a standout experience in family thrill history.
Dun, 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 dun.
So 32 airtime moments on a family thrill ride. This ain't no Big Bear Mountain, y'all. Let's see what Fiesta
and it's
Texas
not
is gonna do.
Hagrid's. It's not my Hagrid.
So
Okay.
Universal actually lists Hagrid's as a proper thrill coaster. So because of the height
requirements.
So
but still, they tried it. They're trying it.
And Guardians list Disney lists Guardians as a proper thrill coaster. So technically this might be the longest family launch coaster in the world.
Coaster. See, that's why that's my hot take.
Semantics.
See, I don't like it.
Oh yeah. That's the copywriter, whoever wrote that.
Yeah, they tried it.
I think I've heard through the grapevine from people that are in the know that Fiesta Texas has already been sold, and they're just trying to make it look nice for the new buyer. I don't know what I think about that. I don't even know why I threw that out there, but I put it out there.
But why? My question then would be, why are they putting more investment into that park if they're going to be selling it?
I said the same thing.
I don't know,
but what do you all think about this new attraction and what's going on with the park? And our surprise is that the park was not one of the 10 key parks.
That was my surprise too. I'm not in the know with the rumors, but I was like, when I heard possibly selling, I was like, really? I love that park.
Yeah,
I just did a video on that park. But with them getting this coaster, I feel like it's a great addition to their lineup. They have a solid lineup there.
And they do.
I enjoy that park. I can't wait to go back.
Me too.
But this coaster seems like it's going to be a really fun ride, and lunch coasters are always
a backward
so
section.
Even better.
Now it is longer than, and we both enjoyed Big Bear Mountain. So and Vekoma makes unlike some manufacturers, they make glass smooth roller coasters. They didn't used to, but. I mean, they may even in the 90s, they made them smooth for Disney, but not for everybody else.
What do you think? What do you think, Danny?
Well, actually, Fiesta Texas is one of the Six Flags parks I haven't gone to yet. So this is definitely an incentive to make my way down to San Antonio to check it out. Of course, they also have Iron Rattler, Dr. Diabolical.
I love Dr. Diabolical.
Aero Mine Trains in... I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'm definitely excited to check out the park. When I went to Dollywood last year, Big Bear was the genuine surprise of the trip.
Yeah.
In terms of just how the onboard audio enhanced the ride experience. It was a long experience. It was just all in all a great ride. So I'm excited to see how Werewolf Gorge, rides, how it feels as a ride experience with 30 floater airtime moments. Big Bear has got some good moments, so I'm very curious. And the fact that it's over 4,000 feet long means it's going to be a long ride experience. It's going to be a satisfying ride experience. So all in all, I'm excited. I don't put much weight into the rumors about what parts what parts haven't. The fact that Six Flags has already come out and said, hey, there are no more sales happening. So it's all in all just something to be excited for in 2027, which is going to be a great year for coasters for sure.
I think, oh my gosh, yes.
Good ones.
So many.
Speaking of which, a 450-foot crane just showed up a few days ago at Great Adventure to finish erecting Project Purple. Their new, which I personally think the fanboys are gonna shut me down on this comment. I think this new attraction is going to be better than King Ka ever was. If it spins like the Ride the Happiness and Time Traveler, if it's everything that they're saying this attraction is going to be, with it spinning while it goes up the tower and the track is outer banked, while it's going to be crazy. The longest zero G upside down launched zero G stall in the world.
I think it might be the only upside down.
Yeah, it's only right.
Yeah.
You get really close on Voltron, which I'm excited to ride.
Europa.
Yep. And I've done the Ride to Happiness, and the beauty about the Ride to Happiness is that launch track has an extra kick to it. So when you have those rotating trains, that kick will jolt the train even more to get that rotation even stronger. So to see how that rides upside down, knowing that Mock Rides' launches have just blown me away, especially on the Stardust Racers.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how that attraction is going to ride, knowing that the launches have gotten stronger. The Ride to Happiness is one of the best coasters in the world, if not the best coaster in the world. And we'll see. I think some people will do a lot of comparison to say, okay, it's another tall roller coaster, but is King Ka's launch the reason why people still prefer Ka because of the nostalgia? Hard to say.
Yeah, it's the
I'm
nostalgia.
excited to check it out because Project Purple looks awesome. Mock Rides has been on a tear recently, and I'm excited to see what that ride will do for Great Adventure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're going back up there next week to check out Project Purple and
the Shoreline. Yes. They have a media event, and I'm going to try to see if I can take a day off from teaching and go up there, but we'll see. As you know, they haven't
kicked us out of there yet.
They haven't kicked us out. So yes, we're still in their good graces.
Yeah. Until they start complaining about something else.
They'll kick us out.
But did you ever get a chance, Nikki, to ride the original Ka?
No, I've never been to that park. So that's on my to-do. That's on
you
my
gotta
to-do
go.
list.
It's a wait till Shoreline Pier's open and wait till Project Purple's open. So just go next year.
Well, I got my pass.
Yeah,
my annual pass.
She got an annual
I'm gonna try
pass.
to go this year and next year.
Exactly. She got her passes. She's ready.
I'm trying to use this.
What's with these Orlando influencers becoming coaster enthusiasts, Danny? What's up with that?
Well, we love coasters. We just don't have as many, so we just stick with the same old coasters.
Oh, but you know what?
Best in the world. Iron Gwazi in Tampa.
Yes.
Oh, I love that ride.
They're all great.
Yes.
So the trip to Florida is a must, especially for the coaster enthusiast. I know I made a couple of trips down to Orlando the past couple of years, this year. So I'm excited.
What's your favorite park down there?
Ooh, probably Islands. with
Islands.
very close. Like Epic and Islands are like 1, 2. Universal Studios is going to be one to look out for, especially with the Hollywood Drift opening up next year.
Okay.
I'm I'm excited. Surprisingly, never been to a Disney park, so
Get out.
Oh.
that will change in November, hopefully.
Okay.
See, look, yeah,
He's never been either. We're actually taking him to Disney for the first time
Yes.
the end of the month. And Nikki's going to be one of our guys.
Yay. Yay.
Yeah, we're super excited. I've been to Disney. Actually, I used to work for Marriott, and Marriott used to manage the Contemporary Hotel. So I was down there for a training for over a month, and I got to
Experience.
go to all of the Disney parks as much as I wanted to, and I learned to hate Animal Kingdom. But
Oh.
because there's nothing to do there.
I'll go there one day.
There's nothing to do. Danny,
Aw.
when you go, do not go to Animal
No, you start your day off to, ease your way into the park, the Animal Kingdom.
That's probably the first one I'm going to go to because if you've watched my channel. I did a top 10 coasters in Florida ranking, and the most frequent comment was, "Where is Cosmic Rewind? Where is
Yeah.
Verbolten?" And I'm hoping to change that and then make up my mind as to whether or not that is one of the best coasters in Florida, because the thrill rides that I've done there have been top notch.
Phenomenal.
They've been awesome. Even though I don't think Kraken's the best B&M floorless, I still think that goes to King's Dominion's
Dominator,
Dominator,
by far.
which has everything that you would want in a B&M looper from 2000. So
By far. I agree. 100%. And the Orlando parks is actually one of my hot takes, but we'll get there.
okay.
We're going down through these news, y'all.
Yes.
Kentucky Kingdom debuted Flying Fox, which is a Vekoma family suspended coaster similar to the one in Dollywood, but it's a custom layout.
Yep.
May 28, 2026. This was actually the first coaster investment Hershend Family Entertainment has made to Kentucky Kingdom since they bought the park in 2021. They've done a lot of aesthetic improvements to the park, but this is their first, we're putting our stamp on this park kind of thing Hershend did. And Danny, you were mentioning that you got a chance to experience this attraction. Can you tell us a little about it?
Yes, actually, I was there. Surprisingly, the very first time I have ever been to Kentucky Kingdom was the first day that they opened Flying Fox, and I think it's a great ride. I think it's
Was that coincidence or did you plan it?
actually it was completely coincidental
Okay.
because when we were planning the trip, the whole purpose of this podcast is to talk about the reason why we decided to tack on Kentucky Kingdom, because it was the closest airport, it was the closest place to get a rental car, and we thought,
Yes.
okay, we'll spend the day at Kentucky Kingdom. And in the lead up to it, I was just checking, like, okay, Flying Fox is under construction. Is it going to open that day? And I saw that the opening day was the 28th, and I was ecstatic because that was one reason why we pushed a trip like that so far back, was to just hedge our bets a little bit. And I am lucky to have gotten on it when I did, because that ride had a long line the entire day. And I think it's a great attraction. It bridges the gap between their small Vekoma Junior coaster and Kentucky Flyer, their family gravity group. It has a couple of surprising moments of airtime. It's got good speed. It's got good positive G forces. I think it's a great fit for the park. And I think if you are ever in Louisville and Kentucky Kingdom, that is one of the attractions that I recommend you check out.
How did the park feel? Because it's one of the few parks we haven't been to. Did the park feel like a Hershend park?
Once you got into Discovery Meadow, yes. And of course, if you know the history of the park, it used to be owned by Six Flags before the merger. And the one thing that I noticed walking through certain parts of the park was I'm getting some Six Flags America vibes with how the blacktop park pathways, how it felt a little bit more like Six Flags park. But then once you reach Discovery Meadow, where Wind Chaser, Woodland Run, and those attractions are, it felt like, okay, this feels a little bit like Wildwood Grove. And
Hmm.
I thought it was, I think it's a park that Herschend is going to just continue to bring up to their standards.
I agree.
And I'm excited to see what the park does, knowing that they have this brand new attraction that's going to bring in more families.
Nice.
Yes,
Nikki, what do you
Nikki.
think?
Well, to go back to the Flying Fox, I had a great time. And when I was on there, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. It's
Mm,
definitely family friendly, family focused, but it still has those thrill elements. Because when I'm riding those rides, I always think about my girls, like, would they love this? And they would absolutely love the ride. It was also my first time at Kentucky Kingdom. And it was just crazy, like you said, how it just all worked before the
yeah,
weekend at Holiday World. And I was just excited. When I go to a new park, I am just elated. I'm
yeah,
so thankful, so grateful, no matter how big or small the park is. And like he was saying, the first half of the park, it does feel kind of Six Flagish. But when you get to the other side, that's when you can kind of see the Hersheypark element. I can see some of I look at the little details. So there are like little mini creeks just running through the park and
mhm,
colorful. And some of the names I could tell that they kind of changed just because the names
mhm,
were kind of trying to be a little bit more cohesive. But I
yeah.
had a great time with that park. I think it's a solid park. I think it has a lot of potential. They have a great RMC there. I I experienced an element on an RMC that I had never experienced before. Now I don't know these terms, but
Me too.
you might can help me. So when you get to the top and you're about to go down, there's like a little twist before you go down.
Yeah,
You
it's a
kind of
barrel down drop, and
yes.
the back row on the, I believe, the right side of the train. No, it's the opposite of Twisted Timbers. So it's the opposite
Okay.
of Twisted Timbers. And you, if you really pay attention, you actually get like an inverted airtime whip going down it before just getting launched out of your seat. And I thought Wind Chaser was a great RMC.
Wait a minute, that's the one that used to be Storm Runner, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it used to
Yeah.
be Storm Chaser. It was one
Oh
of the,
Storm
yeah.
Chaser.
Storm Chaser. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, it got
Look,
renamed. It felt kind of interesting to have such an intense ride with such family friendly theming around it. And I was
Uh-huh.
really.
like, this is the most intense ride at the park. And it's like
Hmm.
a weird juxtaposition. And I thought it was really, really interesting.
Oh, I really need to write it
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go back to Kentucky Kingdom probably
It
soon.
was so
Because
much fun. My hair was everywhere. By the time I got to Hollywood, my edges were gone. I didn't care. My hair was crazy, but I had a good time at Kentucky Kingdom. It's
Awesome.
like a great place to start if you're going to do like a mini Midwest tour.
Hmm.
I loved it. Yeah.
I want to ask all three of you, do you all think Herschend is just done with the enthusiast? As far
Mhm.
as how they're building their attractions and some of the rhetoric that comes from their park leaders. For example, Eugene recently said in an interview, quote unquote, as long as I'm the president of Dollywood, we will not build another thrill coaster because I want the families to ride together, walk through the parks together, and not have to separate. And he
Hmm.
mentioned more than once that that is from the very top, not just his own idea. Do you think so? Because right now at Silver Dollar City, they're building a massive plot of land, their first resort, as well as something obviously roller coaster footers, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's another mock this or hyper that." It's going to be a family coaster. Do you all think that Herschend, at least for the time being, is done pleasing the enthusiast and they're sticking with the family attractions?
Maybe. I think they might be, but I really don't think that that's all that's gonna be a long-standing
Yeah.
sustainable mission that they can have because if you look at the openings of these really high thrill coasters, there is
Mhm.
such a demand for it that even with when they opened up Alpine Fury, that was like the lines were out of this world and you saw it in their
But
revenue.
remember, Toronto and Canada's Wonderland is a special market. That
Yeah,
literally is the
but
biggest. That's
people
literally the biggest
traveled,
park in Canada.
and people traveled from all over.
I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
In last August, that was part of the trip was to go check out Alpenfury. By the way, phenomenal ride.
It's a phenomenal ride.
Yes, I think there's a huge market, and even now with Project Purple, that everybody is already, the thing didn't even get erected yet. And people are foaming out the mouth. And I can tell that when this thing opens, the lines are going to be 8 hours. And and I'm not looking forward to even trying to go up there until these lines, like, it's you're gonna be sitting and standing for a long time before you can even try to ride this ride.
I don't know. I'm not convinced. I think Herschend is going to stick with the formula that they believe is working for them. Dollywood recently, the first time in the park's history, had over 4 million attendees last year because of the formula that they're working from, which is appeasing to families. So, this new attraction that they're opening, I think is going to be family coasters moving forward.
Mm.
I am going to double down on that. If you know anything about the actual Herschend family, they prioritize the family
Yes.
experience at parks. When they opened Silver Dollar for the first time, their whole mission was to focus on the family thrill experience and not just have the thrill coasters like the Time Travelers, the Outlaw Runs, the Lightning Rods, and the Thunderheads. Those are part of it. Again, when you have a family, there are going to be older members of the family who are going to want a more thrilling ride experience. So those coasters are going to satisfy that portion. But
Mhm.
when you want to bring in more families who are going to travel from 6, 7, 8 hours away, you want to make sure someone in the family can enjoy something. That's why when you see rides like Flying Fox, Dragon Flyer, Big Bear Mountain, there's enough thrill to it that someone who is a thrill seeker will enjoy, but they're also not going to be overly intense that everyone in the family can't ride it.
Yeah.
Lower height requirements are going to be a little bit more accessible for a lot of
Younger kids.
younger kids. And I think Herschend is very much going to stick to that formula and
Yeah.
try to push the boundaries. If they are going to add a new, like more thrilling coaster, it's going to still walk that line between family and thrill.
Yeah.
Have the identity crisis as a ride like Cheetah Hunt at Push Tampa would have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any thoughts from Nikki?
Well, the way I approach theme parks is I just having like an absolute statement like that. I'm like, ugh. I like balance. So I like if they are working on things for the family, whether it be a coaster or a dark ride, or if they have a time where they're like, okay, every certain amount of years, we're going to do this big type of thrill ride for
Yeah.
for the thrill seekers. So that's how I am. And I would like for them to go down to Valdosta, Georgia and do something with Wild Adventures because I love that park, but they just really need a major attraction down there just
They
to get
do.
people to come. So
Everything is so old.
I'm like, guys, come work on this park. It's a good blueprint and it's right in the middle of Orlando and Atlanta. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, on that park, I watched an interesting documentary that came out like a couple of weeks ago. Shout out to Defunct Land for
Oh.
Hmm.
focusing on this, but Celebration City, if you've ever perused RCDB and looked at GCI, there was a roller coaster called Ozark Wildcat at a park called Celebration City. Herschend owned and operated that park. And when they didn't have the returns that they wanted, they started to shuffle some of those rides between Silver Dollar City and Wild Adventures in
Oh.
Valdosta. And some of those attractions are from Celebration City, which is really, really interesting.
Mhm.
That's just a fun fact of the day about,
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
yeah.
Love that.
Our last news item is Hershey. I don't know if you all are aware, but
Oh,
the
yeah.
union membership across Hersheypark Giant Center and Hotel Hershey this week overwhelmingly voted down the latest contract offer from management, the fourth time, quote
Wow.
unquote, from a union member that wanted to remain anonymous. One member who wished to remain anonymous said the union also voted to authorize a worker strike. The union member said the ongoing labor dispute involves critical concerns over wages, healthcare costs, retirement benefits, and pay for less desirable shifts. A work stoppage has not been indicated at this time. So they did vote to strike. So who knows when that is going to be? I don't know if they have to inform Hershey, but they just started their day-to-day, everyday operation just this past Memorial Day weekend. Um, that's that, and the part of the operation that will be impacted is not the guest facing, but everyone behind the scenes, maintenance, upkeep, park security, hotel staff, everyone that works in the Hershey chocolate world. The ride ops won't affect it, but the people that keep the stuff on the tracks will affect that. What do you all think of this?
I'm gonna let y'all say something. I'm gonna let y'all say it.
It's just sad that it's still going on. I think the last time we talked,
Yeah.
it was still the same issue. I hope they come to some type of agreement because we need the workers to be 100% of these parks. And we need the parks, like especially like a Hersheypark, to still just be as beautiful and as enjoyable as it currently is and get better, not go backwards.
Yeah, pay your people, Hershey.
Yeah. I think that's the summarization of it, I guess. What do you think, Danny?
I think I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I think a park like Hershey, park that a lot of people travel to, the Hotel Hershey is right across the street. So it's a resort destination that is something that families are going to want to spend a week
Mhm.
at. I've gone to Hershey. I consider Hershey a home park, and I've
Yeah,
pretty much everything that Hershey has to offer. And I think I agree that the park should focus on the overarching guest facing experience, and that means making sure that the people on the back end are
Mhm.
there to make sure that everything goes well. Especially with a ride like Storm Runner, an Intamin hydraulic launch coaster is not easy to maintain, and you need the maintenance workers who have that experience to be there.
yeah,
And if I'm putting out some 2 cents, I think there's more room to actually negotiate. And I think that we're going to get an agreement. It's just a matter of when. I don't
yeah.
think we're, I don't,
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to change too much. And I think it's just a matter of what the negotiations yield. So,
I think it's very crazy and unfortunate that Hershey, they don't have, it's not like a chain operation. So I just still am not understanding what's the holdup,
And they're
because
hugely successful
they're a
park.
hugely successful park. It's not like they're hurting to give these people a raise if they need it.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, cost of living should be, a standard operation.
Yeah.
Inflation should be standard. Um, I just don't it feels like, the executives or whoever is at the top, because it's not a publicly traded. Is this a publicly traded? No. So is it? I don't know. Am I I
I
might be
don't think
wrong.
the park itself is, but Hershey,
Hershey itself, that's
but Hershey and Hershey Park, it's to my understanding that they're
separate.
kind of separate.
Separate.
I
I'm
actually,
not sure.
I've actually gone through this. If you, and this is just my humble brag about and subtle plug of my channel, I actually have a Hershey Park review on the channel, and I go through a little bit more of the actual structure of Hershey Park relative to the Hershey Chocolate Company. And there is a overarching holding company, but then there's um, a destinations and resorts subsidiary of that holding company that operates
Okay.
the Hershey Hotel, Hershey Park, and all the other guest experiences that aren't the actual Hershey Chocolate Company. So there
Um,
are two separate entities under a corporate umbrella.
I see.
so when we talk about the structures of paying their workers, it's under the destinations part, not under the chocolate part.
Yeah.
So they will make those decisions So I mean, I just don't see how it's hard for them to just say, hey, if you guys need cost of living, inflation, okay, because it's not like they have other parts to spread it around. It's just that park. So I just don't understand it from the executive management thing.
I hope they work it out because it's one of my favorite parks.
Yeah,
Point blank,
I love
period.
it.
The operations could be better, but that's a whole different conversation.
Well, I've actually one thing that really surprised me when I went to Hershey last July was just the operations were phenomenal. They
Say
were
what?
Really?
What park?
at Hershey Park in July of
Where?
last year.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, the operations were incredible. Even on
Danny, are you sure?
Yeah, I am sure. I am sure. I I love Hershey. I've been there when they haven't had the best operations where you're waiting
Yeah.
an hour just to get on Candemonium, but I've
Yeah.
also been there where they have all three trains and they are moving.
Mhm.
It depends on the training and it depends on how they treat their workers at that time. And I think the training is it should be something that is more emphasized as a lot of these parks really. Um, except for our lovely Universal parks. Oh, they just
Mhm.
I love them so much. But the training is so important and consistency in the training of your workers provides a better guest experience because sometimes when you go, you might have the A team that gets these trains going and they push it, and then sometimes you get the F team that
No, the Z team.
the Z like that drinks their soda while they're doing it, having conversation. They don't care on their phone. So, it depends on what you get.
Mhm. But we're moving right along. Danny, now this section is mostly for you because we've done this with Nikki before. She's not a new guest. So this is called our surefire questions.
Dun, 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 music and dun, dun.
So it's a this or that comparison. I'm going to ask you several questions, and you have to say the first one that comes to mind. Okay? You ready? Dollywood or Silver Dollar City?
Never been to Silver Dollar, so I will say Dollywood.
Mhm.
The Voyage or El Toro?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the Voyage on this one.
Mhm.
I know it changed.
Holiday World or Knoebels?
Holiday World.
Here's a hard one. Well, this one's easy because you just already told us. Universal or Disney?
Universal. I mean, I've been to all three of their parks in Orlando, and I think once we get Hollywood Drift, it's gonna be a must.
That's one of my hot takes too. Intamin or B&M?
Intamin, hands down.
Mhm. Lap bar restraints or over the shoulder?
Lap bar.
Yes.
Here's a hard one. Intamin or mock?
I think I love Mock, but Intamin. Intamin is my favorite manufacturer, hands down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Silver Dollar City or Dollywood?
We already said that.
I already said that.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
I did.
Oh, hell
Isn't that
no,
crazy,
man.
y'all?
But man, get your ass
I
on,
only wrote
man.
this script. Theme parks in the US or theme parks abroad?
Oh my God, that's the toughest question.
It's a lot of nuance there.
There's a lot of nuance because the European parks definitely emphasize quality
Theming
over
and
quantity.
theming. Yeah.
The theming, I've been to a lot of European parks. Parc Asterix, Walibi Belgium, Farb Summerland.
Mm-hmm.
I've been up to Gothenburg for Lisa. It's pronounced Liseberg. I've actually asked a Swedish person to give me
You mean Liseberg? But it's said
Liseberg because
Okay.
it's like French, like you just touch the G and
Okay.
it's more like a Y. So
Okay. Liseberg.
I think I'm gonna go with Europe on this one.
Yeah.
But ever so close, just because I've never had a bad park day at a European park.
I have a quick question because you travel a lot to different places in Europe and this and the other. What do they not have fast lanes in Europe and why?
They have the skip the line.
They do? Oh, okay.
Some do, not all.
Some do. I know when I went to Park Asterix a couple of years ago, I only had one day and I had a lot to do. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to get the skip the line.
Okay.
I missed out on some of those cues because I was going from ride
Yeah,
to
ride to ride.
um, but it really just depends on the park. I know
Okay.
that Far Up Summerland does not have skip the line, but Wallaby Belgium and Wallaby Holland tend to have them. So it really just depends on the park.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just curious.
Lift, hill, or launch?
Launch.
Steel or woody?
I think I'm still going to go with the steel coasters on this one.
Oh,
GCI or gravity group?
that's hard.
There.
That's hard.
That's a hard one because there are some really good GCIs, but
Yes.
Gravity Group worked magic on Grizzly in that retrack.
Yes, they did.
They worked wonders on Mighty Canadian Mind
Yes, they did.
Buster at Canada's Wonderland. So I think I'm gonna go with Gravity Group on this one.
Yes. Last one. Mystic Timbers or Thunderhead?
Thunderhead.
Really?
Thunderhead. I'm gonna
Okay.
go with this one because I never had a bad ride on Thunderhead. The front row is great, the back row is phenomenal, and because of those very nice restraints and brains, I was bouncing every time I hit one of those airtime hills. I thought it was a great ride. I love Mystic Timbers, but they're like right there. Like it really just depends.
Nice. We are finally in the part, y'all. What did y'all think of Holiwood Nights?
Yay.
Can we start with Nikki because we know she has to go?
It was amazing. It was life-changing. Thank you guys for helping me out. You know what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
You know, you know.
If you know,
Yeah.
you know. We helped.
I got-
We helped her out a little bit.
Thank you
Oh,
so much.
Oh, and we have our pink shirts. You
Yeah,
have
I
pink shirts.
saw. I got
Yeah.
Pink
my.
shirts.
Danny, I meant to
Holiday.
tell you, I forgot to tell you to wear pink. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good. But I am wearing a coaster t-shirt. So
Yeah.
The Helix. Nice. Helix.
great ride in and of itself.
Yes.
Mhm.
I had the most amazing time I think I've ever had just in the atmosphere of a theme park. Being there with so many amazing coaster people, like the energy. I met so many people, but of course, the highlight for me, coming from Florida, I'm like, okay, I'm thinking Holiday World just as a whole. And I'm like, oh my God, there is a theme park with holidays and coasters, and it's themed to, I could just change direction and be in a whole nother holiday. I was sold. So when I'm getting in the gates and I hear Christmas music, I'm like, oh my God, take me away. Just and then we head to the left to Halloween. And then
Yes.
that's when the journey started with Raven. And I was so nervous because I watched so many vlogs and it was like hit or miss. One vlog is like, oh, it's great. One vlog is like, oh my God, it's painful. And I'm like, oh my Lord. I got on it. I was like, oh, I can do this. I can do this. And then I would head over to Legend. And I'm like, okay, well, if Raven was good, Legend should be better. Legend made me realize maybe I'm not a lateral person because I was in pain. I got bruised up. And then I was like, oh my God, if Legend's like this, I can't handle the voyage. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Oh my God. So I sat in the front car on the left.
Mhm.
So I think that might have helped me on Voyage. And so I'm just nervous because it's like all these videos I watch. I'm finally here. And I'm like, okay. And I go over the hill and I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. And then it was like, what?
and then it turns into a monster.
What the heck is this? There's no way I'm doing this tonight. There's no way I can do that nighttime without. There's no way. And then I went on the dark ride. That was a nice break.
That was
and then
cute.
The gravy, I call it the gravy train. The gravy ride.
Good gravy.
Good gravy.
Good gravy.
The
And then I
theming
went
was
on-
so good, right?
Absolutely. I spent more time in the queue of that
Yes.
ride than the actual ride. And then I got on Thunderbird.
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 Thunderbird, the best.
Yes.
B&M
And then I
launch.
was like, I love this ride.
I prefer that
I
one
felt
over
more
Rush
like
Hour.
I was back in the Florida park, with coasters that just are smooth.
Yes.
And then I met you guys, and then me and Will did the voice together. And we were just like all over each other. And I was like, this is crazy. But then I came back the next day to do it at night.
With the trims off.
Yes. And I was like, okay, you got this. You got this. And when I'm going through it at night, it was so chaotic, but in a non-chaotic way.
Yeah.
And it was at a point in the ride that I just let go. Like,
yeah,
you just got to let it go. But the feeling you're feeling while it's going, you're like, what is this?
What is
this? And
yes,
you're thinking it's about to be over. It's not over. And it revs up some more. And you just like, I just was like, okay, just take me. And then I started,
Calgon, take me away.
Yes. And then I started thinking, it started after I got off and I was catching my breath because I had to go get a drink or get some glass of wine.
Yes.
And
it's so good that they have the Oasis station right there.
Yes.
Oh, she said wine.
Oh, you got wine?
They don't have
I got
wine at the
I needed
Oasis
something
station.
stronger because I started sitting there and becoming a philosopher. I was like, you know what? This ride felt like life. You're really on a voyage, a journey.
It's a voyage.
And you start life and things get tough. You don't know what you're going to do, but then you just surrender.
Socrates.
You surrender to life. And you made it. You survived. You survived the voyage. And that's what it was.
It was like, row.
Yes.
It's funny because our last night ride, we were in the very back, and it was like at the end of the night. Y'all know in those horror movies where you see the woman go like, that was just me the whole
No,
like,
I've never heard
I've never.
Oh, I heard it on
When
the
I
video.
saw the sparks, when I saw the sparks in the tunnel, I was like, this is about to go down. And then it was the craziest thing I'd ever experienced too.
No, but like I wanted to just show Danny a little bit of his on our video. This is a little shameless plug. On our video, we interviewed him, and I wanted to show you just a little bit of his reaction to that ride. So, all right. Yes, it was amazing. I told you. I told you.
TRIMLESS is going to be even better.
I told you. I told y'all. Oh my God. I thought I was going to. The final break run, I literally thought I was going to. Yo, it is crazy. I told you this ride changes your perspective on everything that you.
Now, do you know how to go back?
Could be on a wooden coaster. Yeah. Oh my God.
That was you, Danny.
That was you. And then, of course, we met you, Nikki, at the Thunderbird. This was you at Thunderbird.
Yay!
Yay! And you enjoyed it. How was it? Let us know. Oh wait, there's one. I was like, where? Yeah, it was.
For me, it was a B&M, so I got to take a break from, bracing for impact on those wooden coasters.
Yes.
Especially that last element.
Oh yeah, the last little element of slow.
Personally prefer this launch swing coaster over Raptera.
Oh yeah, so he likes that over Raptera. So, but Danny, your perspective, because you used to love El Toro, before you got on this voyage with us.
Yeah, actually, when I was going through all the coasters I've done, the highest ranked wood coaster at the time was El Toro. I never really found it that rough. I know some people say, well,
neither have I.
Not very jackhammery, but I thought it was great. And I came off of the voyage thinking, okay, the hype is real. Like this.
Yeah.
You saw my reaction coming off.
Yeah.
It was one of those rides that you think, okay, this is phenomenal. The entire outward leg before you hit the spaghetti bowl is just, okay, yeah, this is awesome. Floater airtime, there's a little bit of flow ejector airtime. Those tunnels are actually a great break, especially on a hot, warm day when it's like sweltering and then you dip underneath ground. And you're like, oh, wow, this is a nice little break. But then once you come out of that tunnel and you hit the spaghetti bowl and oh my God, it is pandemonium. You're essentially along for the ride as
the voyage.
And I have been thinking about the Voyage since always.
Last week.
Has been one of those rides where it just changes your perspective
It
on
does.
what a wood coaster could do. And I would not blame anyone for having it as their number one coaster, especially when you factor in the TRIMLESS night rides.
Oh,
It's my new number one.
it's definitely no one. I can't. Like once you ride it trimless, like everything else, I think we was talking about this. Everything else that we did, like
Because we
seemed
went to
like
Kings Island the next day and we were like,
oh,
yeah.
It's a nice,
like yeah, it's
Like,
well,
everything just kind of felt mid.
yeah, I will say that I think I closed out both nights of Holiwood Nights with Thunderbird, but one of the last things on my mind and the current thing on my mind is just I I am so sad that the Voyage is so far away. It is an hour and a half flight plus an hour and a half drive
Yeah.
to get to it, or it's just a straight 10-hour drive from where I live. And I'm thinking,
yeah. I think we drove.
We drove.
yeah,
It took us 9 hours.
About 9 hours.
I mean, it's a beautiful drive. I mean,
It is.
to get past the traffic on the major highways, it's not that. It's actually a pretty quick drive. But the one thing that I think of when I think of if there's a roller coaster that I would recommend that you travel to go ride, it's the Voyage.
Yeah, you have to.
It is one of those rides that just leaves you wondering, how does it exist? I know I got off of the very first ride I ever did. It was in the back row, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is happening. The same way I felt with Iron Gwazi, Ride to Happiness, Steel Vengeance, where I'm thinking, okay, is this overhyped?
Mm-hmm.
And I got off of it, and I remembered hitting the final brakes after the first ride and audibly saying, I think I'm going to cry. This ride was amazing, and I rode it multiple times in every possible row I could.
Yeah.
Yes.
Between both days, I did the very front row, row 4, row 10, row 12. There was a row 9 ride by my better half. And it hits regardless of
Everywhere.
It's a phenomenal ride. And I looked into the actual history of the ride. And when they were developing the ride, they actually spoke to coaster enthusiasts to say,
Wow.
what would you like to see? And one of the biggest complaints of most roller coasters is it's too short, or I wish it had an extra element, or I wish it just did this one extra maneuver. And the Voyage is one of those rides where it's the perfect length, it's the perfect speed. And the Voyage night ride was, and this has been actually proven based off of conversations, is that this past weekend was the fastest it has ever run.
It felt like it.
It felt like it.
It felt every bit of it.
Every second of that ride is pure bliss. And I can genuinely say it is not overhyped. It's a
Not at all.
ride during the day. It is otherworldly at night with trimless rides. It's one of those rides that I can't put it into words. I'm struggling to do that right now.
Yeah.
When are you planning to go back?
Yeah. As for the rest of Holiwood Nights, I would say Holiday World has probably the greatest collection of night rides I've ever experienced.
Yeah.
Raven at night. By the way, I think the Raven is one of the most underappreciated wood coasters ever built. It is airtime, it is laterals, it's got speed.
It's great.
And it's only 2,800 feet long.
Yeah.
It feels
It feels longer.
it has a punchiness to it that I really enjoy. Like I came off of it thinking that's one of the best wood coasters I've ever been on. And that was the beginning of the day. Then we did Legend, and the Legend has a phenomenal night ride. That Helix literally feels like
Night ride is crazy.
yeah. And there's great airtime towards the end of it. I think GCI did the ending of it, so it felt very similar to Thunderhead with how some of those airtime moments felt like, oh, I'm getting a little bit of like GCI.
Yeah.
And one of the people that I met told me like, yeah, if you feel like there's a GCI feel to that ending on the Legend, it's because GCI did some retracking at the end. And I was genuinely impressed.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great ride in and of itself. I wonder what the Voyage is like.
Yeah.
And of course, the Voyage. And Thunderbird is one of those rides that just hits regardless of where you sit, even though the front row on the left side is probably my favorite.
Yeah. Everybody says that.
And the night ride is phenomenal. And I think they do something with that launch because I swear it was hauling the last time I rode it.
They haul ass, I'm telling you.
Yeah. That 0G roll into that S hill before the shed is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
The entire ride. It feels a lot like
the
Helix,
which is
at Liseberg.
Yeah. I thought it was phenomenal.
Right. The whole event itself, the whole event was just so well done. And it was so nice. It was like I was nervous and had a little anxiety going there because knowing that every coaster enthusiast in the world was going to be there, I was like kind of like, oh my God. But it was just such a great thing. And I felt kind of teary-eyed just seeing so many coaster enthusiasts just doing and enjoying what they love to do. And that backstage little stuff and seeing all the stuff backstage and seeing all of their cameras, everybody's DJIs everywhere. And it was just really, really nice. And I just came off of that really just appreciating everything that everybody does a lot more.
And here's what I have to say, y'all. We have to use every connection, every no we have within our power to get back next year.
Oh, yeah.
When we know, I'm going to speak to every coaster club president that I personally
We are going to be taking off from work to make sure.
This is a must.
It's a must.
This is a must every year.
It's probably the highest energy you will ever see, especially on the Saturday. I know you guys missed the Saturday.
I know.
But the energy going for that night ride was just constant row.
And that's when the women did the women's takeover. Were you a part of that, Brie? I thought you called you Brie. Jesus.
Nikki.
I know you were thinking about Brie.
I was thinking about Brie because I know she was one of the organizers.
No, I had missed it because I was still on the other side of the park.
Oh,
getting my Raven and Legend.
Did you see the women's takeover?
No, I didn't see it. I think I might have came right after.
I did. In fact, I know Brie was doing a really good job to organize the entire flow train to make sure that we had that full women's takeover. And my other half was actually part of that.
She said, you got to go.
You got it.
One of the people that we met at Kentucky Kingdom just pulled my significant other and actually my wife to the side, and I was just like, all right, you go do it. And I was genuinely, I thought it was one of the coolest moments of that Saturday, but the entire event was very well done. The Mean Girls theme, spot on.
I wore a tutu.
Yes.
I didn't care.
Another thing, we're just talking about the coasters. The water park on the
front. Oh, see, I loved it.
Cheetah Chase. Yes. 3 of the best water coasters in the world. I know that I think they're better than Cutback at Water Country.
Yes.
Than Breaker's Edge at Hershey. I think between those 3 wooden coasters and those 3 water coasters,
it's crazy.
Even if you don't go to Holiday World for Holiwood Nights, I recommend anyone go to Holiday World. It is one of the nicest atmospheres ever. It's the reason why it's the cleanest park it's been voted cleanest park. It is spotless.
Yeah.
Vibes are great. I will say, make sure you are ready to walk up hills. because it's a hilly park.
But you get free drinks.
Exactly.
Free drinks. Like, why can't other places do this? They got free drink, and it's not like it's like off name brand. It's Pepsi.
Yeah.
It's got everything you could possibly want.
Now, I know Nikki has to sign off. We can still continue the podcast, obviously, because I still have a couple more questions for you, Danny. But Nikki, before you sign off, when are you trying to get back to Holiday World, and what other things do you have going on?
I don't know. I would love to go back as soon as possible because like I'm still trying to wrap my mind over what just happened. Like the whole weekend felt so magical, just being with everybody. And I ended the night on Thunderbird, and they just allowed us just to sit on the train and just run it back and back. And it felt like each launch got more intense, that to the point where we were screaming, boost mo, boost mo, boost mo. And he was like, well, I got to ask the technician. And he was sitting there like, I was like, please, this will really end it. But he said when we got off the train, he would run the train on boost mode so we could just see the speed of the train. So it was just things like that where the team members were like just so happy to be there. Everybody was so happy. And I was leaving one of the snack sections when I was walking past them, the team members, and I heard them talking to each other, and they were like, man, good job. We did it. And I'm like, wow, I love that, because it's like they all took accountability for making the event spectacular. Like they owned it, and you could see it. Even when they were serving food, they were just excited, like, hey, you want this? You see the ride ops are like, hey, come on guys, no, you stay there, ride again, like
training.
Yes.
Training.
I was in heaven. And when it comes to Voyage, I'm so confused about just everything. For so long, Hagrid was my favorite coaster, and Air Force One.
That's huge. That's
I know, because I like a lot of the rides. I like they're not so the ride itself is the feeling I got, whether it's some type of nostalgia or things with the Harry Potter universe. That means something deeper. But with Voyage, because it was just so different, especially the TRIMLESS ride and what I was experiencing and the nervousness I had and going through it and accomplishing it. I just don't know what to do. I don't even I feel like it's just over here by itself. And then I rank everything else. I don't know. I'm confused.
It's confusing.
Now, Nikki, before you go, do you want to hear my hot take, and do you have one of yours?
Yes. Oh, I don't have one, but I want to hear yours.
So my hot take.
Wait,
because we're in the hot take.
Yes, hot take.
Yeah. So my hot take is once Universal Orlando finishes with Hollywood Drift, if you consider the entire Universal Orlando Resort, they will have one of the best and most unique coaster collections in North America. Yeah. When you think about it, they will have Stardust Racers, Hiccup Wing Gliders, Curse of the Werewolf, Donkey Kong, Velocicoaster, Hulk, Hagrid's, a kiddie coaster, Flight of the Hippogriff, Pteranodon Flyers, a kiddie coaster, a great coaster in The Mummy, Gringotts, a kiddie coaster, Troller Coaster, and then the Fast and Furious. That they will literally have one of the most unique, best collections, and I would say a top 4 collection in the country. And then to hold to my hot take, I did a little bit more research, and I saw that 67% of all people that go to the Universal Orlando Resort usually get some sort of park hopper pass, so they're able to experience the entire resort as if it was one. I know each park is its own entity, which is why this is a hot take, but as a collection, they will have one of the best coaster collections. I would say top 2 or top 3 in the country. That's my hot take.
That means you have to get the annual pass. Well, the park hopper. Once they put the park hopper on Epic, then we can have
next year
all of that, because you can't experience that. You have to do.
Well, they have you can get park hopper with Epic now. It's just not on the annual pass. Yeah.
Oh.
It's just not on the annual pass.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just not on the annual pass.
I thought it was still separate.
No, you can get park hopper.
Okay.
And we just need something like what Dollywood's getting at Universal Orlando. If we could, especially maybe Dark Universe, could get something like what Dollywood is getting.
We've heard.
Okay, then I'll be in there every day.
Yes, I know. I'm telling you. If we can get a creature from a black lagoon, let's go.
Yes,
Let's get it.
exactly.
Let's get it. Oh, thank you so much, Nikki.
No,
I know
thank you for
have to
having
hop off. All right, everybody. Nikki, the theme park hipster. Catch her on Nikki, the themeparkhipster.com. And
her YouTube channel.
And her YouTube channel. But definitely go to her website. I love the website.
Thank you.
I'm going to be asking you about some pointers on that too, because
no problem.
Do want
in a couple of weeks.
See you in a couple of weeks.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Danny, what is your hot take?
Oh my God. Well, it depends.
What did you think of my hot take?
I think your hot take is not as much of a hot take because I actually agree with it. I think
Yay!
Velocicoaster and Stardust Racers, those are two of my top 10 coasters in the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And as we've previously discussed, I've gone to a lot of different parks in both the US and Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And those two hold up very well. Once Hollywood Drift opens, I think that's going to be one of the top 3 coaster lineups in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's
agree
with that. Like I agree with that. My hot take is probably Rapterra is not as bad as people say it is. I think Rapterra has a more dynamic layout that I loved Thunderbird, and I think it's a great ride. Mm-hmm. But what King's Dominion was able to do with Rapterra made it a logical progression from Thunderbird in terms of the flow ejector airtime, the whip on the dive loop, the positive G-forces, the just the general floater airtime. Mm-hmm. And of course, the positive G-forces on that.
People think Rapterra is bad?
People do think because
the little bounce.
Well, the rattle, they don't like the rattle.
It's not that bad.
I don't personally care about the rattle. I mean, rattle's gonna rattle, but I think people, and especially the analytical people in coaster world, you know, they view that as something like, oh, well, they used to be known for smoothness.
Mm-hmm.
And then now all of a sudden, you know, years progress, they've kind of gotten lazy with whatever they're doing. So I don't know. It's just, it depends on the people. I like Rapterra, but I just like Thunderbird more.
Yeah, I agree with your take. I don't think, I like Thunderbird more, but I don't think Rapterra is bad at all. I enjoy it every time we go to the park. We get on it more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I go, I try to get on it as much as I can. Surprisingly, Twisted Timbers is one of the best coasters in
Virginia.
But with how long the line is, sometimes I only do Twisted Timbers like once or twice a park has it. Pantherian's always like 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. And Rapterra is just the one where you're just like,
you could just go up for a while.
It's a good one that you can just lap if you really want to.
Yeah.
I've been doing Rapterra since it opened on Passholder Preview last year. So it's one of those rides that I think is going to just appeal to the general public. I think it's just a great ride. But one of my more polarizing takes is Magnum sucks. That airtime.
I don't like it either. I don't like it either.
It's one of my favorites.
Magnum I don't like it. There's people who say, well, if you learn how to ride it, then you'll be completely shocked by how good of a ride it is. But no disrespect to Aero. They were revolutionary in how they created their rides at the time. But if they had just found a way to use computer-aided design in calculating the forces and had a more mechanized way of bending that and use compounding curves, then maybe they could have made a ride that would hold up very, very well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But those triangle hills are insane. That's the sharpest ejector airtime I've ever felt on a ride. And I think that those are my 2 takes that a lot of people will disagree with, especially within the circles I am communicating with most of the time. And I've even got a few comments where people are like, "Oh, how dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you say Magnum is?"
I know. Look,
like Magnum's a good ride. It's one of the better coasters at Cedar Point. But I think
Do you think Cedar Point is properly rated or overrated?
I spent 3.5 days at the park last year, and I felt like you could still do another 2 days at the park. I think it's properly rated. I think that the best way to get the experience where people will say like, "Oh, this is the best like amusement park out there," is just spring for Fastlane Plus. It is one of those musts that makes your entire day so much easier. And again, at Cedar Point, you never know who you're going to meet. So you're running into a lot of people that you otherwise would not have would have met had you at Cedar Point. So I think that is an accurately rated park. I think their top 10 is phenomenal, and I think any ride in their top 7 would be top 3 at every other park in the world.
Yeah. What's your favorite park in the world that United States included? What would you say is like, I have to go to this park all the time?
Well, the park that's closest to me that I always find myself really enjoying is Hersheypark. That park is phenomenal. I would say Cedar Point is a close number 2. If we're talking about the entire world, what parks did I have the most fun at that you can easily spend like 2 or 3 days at? Got to go up to Gothenburg, Sweden for Liseberg. I mean, you've got to. The park is extremely well maintained.
I've seen videos of it. Looks amazing.
It's a phenomenal park.
It's in Sweden.
It's in Sweden.
Okay.
Sweden. And if you ever get a chance, definitely just explore Gothenburg as a whole. It is a phenomenal city, underrated. You hear a lot about Stockholm, but really, Gothenburg is awesome. It was a great way to end that trip. I can say
nice.
I could say it.
Okay.
So that's a park in Europe. Parc Asterix is also another.
That's in France.
Yep.
I went there about 18 years ago.
Wow.
Well, definitely go back. Parc Asterix in 2028 is about to get very, very interesting because they're getting an Intamin multi-dimension coaster.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so an Intamin multi-dimension coaster is kind of the logical progression of Escape from Gringotts, actually.
Oh, okay.
And I genuinely believe that there are a lot of great parks in Europe. I know a lot of people think that, oh, it's so hard to get to Europe. Actually, I would say that if you plan the right trip, you can probably get to Europe cheaper than you could fly out to LA because
the timing.
Shoulder season, May and September. I know when I went to Scandinavia in October, the flights were very, very reasonable. And my tip is if you go to Copenhagen, do not eat in Nyhavn. That's the iconic colored visual you see when you look up Copenhagen. There's the food is great, so it's somewhat worth it, but the food is also a little expensive. So anywhere else in Copenhagen is a little bit more affordable. But other than that, 2028 is also going to be a great year for Europe because you're getting Plopsaland Deutschland's kind of Ride to Happiness 2.0.
Yeah.
Walibi Belgium is RMC and Loop Guru, which is going to be awesome because
we need a plan for it. We need a plan to go to Europe.
Well, we're planning a trip with Coaster Breaks for next year.
Yes. We're going to go to different parks at that. So they plan it like it's one of those services that plans out different parks for us to go to. So we're definitely going to be doing that.
Yeah.
Got to.
But you plan your own trips.
Yeah, I plan all my own trips and I always try to plan it.
What do you use? What's your strategy?
Just what country do I want to check out every single year and which parks are closest. I know when I first went to Europe for parks in 2024, my wife loves Paris. So I wanted to go to
Paris. Is amazing.
And I thought, okay, you we're going to be in Paris. Parc Astérix is like right there.
Yeah.
Haven't been to Disneyland Paris. That's probably going to change when I get back to that part of Europe.
I've been there. You ain't missing much. It's the worst of the Disney parks.
Okay. But then I thought about, well, is it easy to get a car to drive? And Bruges, Belgium is phenomenal. It's a great, small, medieval style city with great food and some of the best chocolate in the world. And it's an hour away from Plopsaland. So we got Ride to Happiness, and it's not that far from Brussels. And Walibi, Belgium is just on the south of Brussels. So we thought, okay, we're going to do a nice little ease in. And then last year was just planning, okay, there's all these different parks, and we go from there. I know that for this year, our next trip is Germany and Europa Park
and Phantasialand and Lee's and Haida Park.
Actually, I considered Haida Park for the most recent European trip, but it was just a little bit too far out of the way, and there was so much more that needed to be accounted for. So I left that park off. So there are a few parks in that northern part of Germany, and there's one park in Denmark that is still unexplored on my end. So I'm definitely looking.
Because you can drive between Rust and I forget where the city is, because I haven't been to Germany in years.
Oh,
but
Cologne.
You can drive.
Yeah.
Cologne. Yeah, you can drive between Rust and Cologne.
Yeah.
So, or take a train.
Well, that's actually the plan is Walibi Holland and Amsterdam. And because
Amsterdam is not far.
Yeah. So when we plan, it's like, okay, well, what cities do we want to see? And then can we rent a car? Which parks are close? And how long am I able to afford? And it's going to be the longest trip that I've done in Europe, period. I've pretty much gone to Europe every single year since 2022 in some capacity. And it's only been recent that I started to add the amusement parks to it. And the way I plan it is, hey, what cities do I want to go to? What parks are nearby? And how do I get the best bang for my buck? I also just check to see what's opening. I know 2028 is largely going to be because of certain new attractions. And then we thought, okay, well, you have Europa Park. They're opening up there in 2028. They're doing the replacement for Euromir. Which is it's last year operating. So I'm lucky that I get that credit before it ends. But then they're gonna do an updated version of their spinning coaster and then just drive through southern Germany and Austria and go from there. How can I make the most of it while also checking out places that I would want to have gone to in the first place. So that's how I plan my trips. That was probably a long-winded way of saying,
hi guys. We're still doing the podcast.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a very long-winded person, so I apologize.
No, he's on.
So what's going on with your channel? What's next with your channel?
Okay, so what's next for Coaster Adventures?
Yay.
I'm actually going to drop a video talking about the new RMC coming to Walibi, Belgium. That's RMC Loop Guru. I lucked out and got Loop Guru a couple years ago, and I did a review of the ride, I think a year ago, and I'm happy that we're finally going to get the RMC Loop Guru and pair that with Conda. That's going to be a great 1-2 punch for Europe in general.
Yeah.
So that's coming up. There's going to be a couple of coaster reviews. And then there's the really just putting out some content. And the next thing for the channel is a big trip to Europe. That's really
your big trip.
Yeah, that big trip is the next large thing happening to the channel. So stay tuned for those.
Yes.
Dropping in August is when I'm aiming to do it based off of the schedule. There's a lot that's going to it's going to be the largest year that I've ever had for the channel.
Nice.
And just letting you know that this channel is done by Danny and Chrissy. Christy. Christy. And
I did not know Christy was your wife.
Yeah, she is my wife. We've been married for a while now. We're actually
Yes.
up on 4 years.
Yay.
I mean, I always saw you together in your videos, and I assumed you were together. I
knew they were husband and wife.
Okay,
I
I
knew
know
that. And so
Nah.
it's awesome. It's an awesome channel. Please make sure you check it out. Is there anything like do you guys plan on doing more podcasts or things like that? Are you thinking about doing more podcasts?
I am open to it.
Okay.
They don't do a podcast.
Yeah, no, not yet.
I
They
mean, if
should.
people would like to have me on, I'm more than happy. I tend to be pretty available. I check my email pretty frequently, and I'm always open to explore another opportunity.
Yeah, we always have guests. We try to have guests frequently on our own podcast. It's the coordination is hard, the editing is hard.
Yes, I had to edit this one.
It's well because you want to make it the visuals look half decent for YouTube, and then but the various platforms. There are some podcasts that we do where we just throw the audio onto the platform and keep it moving. But these take forever.
Yes.
If you want to do it, Danny, you got to commit, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I just thought of one more video, and then I've actually gotta get going soon. But one
Okay.
other video coming is actually more of a deep dive into why haven't we seen a follow-up to the Voyage and El Toro? What happened to the mega wooden coaster?
Oh yeah.
Haven't we
I
seen
wish.
what do you think the reason is?
I think a lot of it is gonna tie to cost. The Voyage is built with structural
Structural steel, yeah.
wood, which is why Holiday World is probably so keen on keeping it like retracked. It doesn't take as much maintenance because you don't have to replace the actual support structure.
Yeah.
It's kind of the opposite of the RMCs that get converted. And then of course, costs with the actual industry, labor. You also need a park with a large enough budget to get one of those. And it's going to be an interesting video, and it goes a deep dive from the Beast all the way to the Voyage, and how the wood coaster was not the only. It's not just the steel coasters that were the part of the coaster wars. It was the wood coaster as well. So
I'm looking forward to seeing that. I love the analysis.
Love it. Yes, for people like Will who just analyze, he is going to be on it.
YouTube is my TV.
That's his TV.
YouTube is my TV. Like I don't watch a lot of TV, but what I do watch is usually theme park related, coaster
Analysis,
rankings, vlogs. Like when I'm not in Orlando, I watch other people in Orlando
all the time.
If I'm not in a park, I watch other people in a park. So yeah, look forward to that.
Yes, thank you so much. Oh, great times with Danny from Coaster Adventures. Thank you so much for being a part of the Thrill Seeking Teachers family.
And don't be a stranger.
Don't be a stranger.
Thank you so much for having me on. I greatly appreciate it. And again, if you see me at a park, definitely come say hi.
Oh, I will.
I'm always happy to chat coasters, and I definitely look forward to seeing what comes next on Thrill Seeking Teachers as well.
All right.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you so much. And thank you all for watching. Signing out. Bye.